don't put your eggs in one basket.
That's a great way to open up the conversation.
Yep. Now we're live.
So off screen, Olivia, I was going over typing in the name for the show today, and it's called "Don't Put All Your Eggs in One Basket." So she's asking what's that mean. So that's actually what we're going to talk about.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show. You can pull up a chair here if you want to. She's going to be too shy. But what we wanted to talk about was not putting all your eggs in one basket. And the motivation behind that is like, it's been actually a goal of mine this year, is to try to cultivate or discover and try to go after some different ways to make different ways of making money versus like, yes, I could really focus on evergreen creative. And like, that's definitely like the main source of income, but there's also other ways to make an income, whether it's through online or doing other different kind of projects or even opening up other businesses and stuff. And just even in the last few weeks, I've opened up a couple other different avenues for myself. It's almost like kind of putting something in my back pocket, but at the same time, it's gonna, once I get a few things kind of ducks in a row kind of deal, I'm going to end up making more announcements that are official. But on the other podcast, I already talked about it. I haven't published it. It won't be published till Friday. I don't care about talking about it. We'll get into it in a second, but I'll make a more official announcement later. But that's the main thing that we want to talk about this time and this week, is just different ways to make money and not put all your eggs in one basket. So to answer your question, in the ways of making money, you don't want to put all your effort, you don't want to put all your energy towards one thing, because if that one thing doesn't work out or something goes wrong, all your energy and all your efforts are wasted in a sense. So if you have your energy and your efforts going into a few different ways, like you have better chances of still earning something versus it just not working out across the board. So that's do you have a different definition of what that would be?
No, that's very true. Like for me, for example, I have Pathfinder digital marketing. I teach lessons on Amazon. So Amazon has hired me to teach lessons to their sellers. Let's see, what else am I doing? I have made some money off my content as well. So that's a fun little check. Google pays me for my work. That's another check that I get. Let's see, and I have my own e-com stores as well, which work also. And within those e-commerce stores, I don't depend on one platform for advertising. I spread the advertising out. So not all my money is on Google ads or on Facebook ads or Instagram ads. It's spread out because if Facebook decides to have a heart attack and purge everyone's accounts, I'm not going to lose all my revenue. I'll just lose some. And I'd rather keep some money coming in than losing all of it.
And like to the social media platform point, there's talks about the United States banning TikTok. Like we've actually talked about TikTok a few times on this show, and there's ways to make money on TikTok through ads, sponsorships, and things like that. So if you're putting all your energy into just TikTok and that's about to go away in the United States, you're kind of up the creek and you got to start over somewhere else.
So with that note, I highly doubt it'll get taken away. I have a whole video on TikTok about it, so I explain it in 60 seconds why. But anyways, Gary Vee came up with a very good topic about that. He said, same thing you did, don't put all your effort into one app. Put 40% of your effort into a platform that works and spread the rest of stuff out. And on top of that, not only do I use in general for all my dealings, Google, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, LinkedIn, and Twitter. That's 6 platforms I'm guaranteed to use. But along with that, I have 5 other platforms I'm experimenting with currently.
So a concept to kind of think about, just looking at the social media side of stuff, and I've used this more as an example with YouTube, and I'm pretty much like, this is not an original thought. This is just, I can't remember who said it, but it's a few like YouTube gurus that, they just know the game kind of stuff. I think it's Roberto Blake. He does really well with YouTube stuff. Anyways, I'm pretty sure it was him, but he said something like, don't use YouTube as your destination. Use it as the vehicle to get to your destination. And so that's what you got to think about. So obviously, with you using all those different apps and platforms, those are not your destinations. You're trying to get what? Business, right? So you're trying to attract clients. You're trying to do that. So basically, those apps, those platforms are vehicles to get you to your business, not be your business. So just using like social media platforms as an example, but to go back to what I was referring to before, it's like I've got a couple different things that are going for me right now. On my Wiregrass Wedding Collective podcast, we talked to the last episode at the time of this recording. I have a friend in Texas and she's an officiant. And one of the questions that we asked her in the podcast was like, how's your business been affected with COVID and stuff? And she was like, it's actually benefited her because in a lot of cases when looking at weddings specifically, that you can only have up to 10 people, what's one of the people that's going to be part of that number? It's pretty much going to be the officiant, the bride, the groom, potentially a photographer, maybe a musician, and then some family members, moms, dads, things like that. And that really just is about all that's going to be there. But every single time, there's going to be an officiant. So I was like, I'm going to try to see about getting my certification. And that happened. Like I was able to get that done. I don't have it with me right now, but I do have, I can legally marry someone. Each state is different though. Alabama, you don't actually have to have an officiant to legally be married just because of, at least in Houston County. I don't know if it's Alabama, but Houston County. Anyways, that's a rabbit trail. I got documentation so I can officially do that. So my plan with that is, one, it can just be something in my back pocket, be ready to use it if I need to. The other thing I can do is I can, like elopement type style weddings is something I really want to do. So I could potentially marry somebody as an officiant, be the photographer and the videographer. And I've got some sound gear that I recently acquired that I can potentially even set up a speaker system if I need to. So it's like I could be a one-man band in some situations. Obviously, the wedding would have to be structured a bit differently than your traditional kind of stuff. Obviously, I can't do all that at the same time, but we could definitely section things out in whatever plans that we could come up with. So that's another stream of revenue that I've opened up for myself with the officiating kind of stuff. And then also just expanding my services even as Evergreen to be able to take care of clients in a different way. What's the other one? So again, like that's not an official announcement, but I'll have another one. But my other unofficial announcement I could say is me and my brother-in-law, Caleb, we're working on starting up a smart home or smart tech installation business. So, you know, smart gear like Google Home hubs and things like that, light bulbs, just all the voice commands, TVs, sound bars, all that kind of fun stuff, security system type things. We're working on actually our first house this coming week. And so that's another stream of revenue. So it's like it's something that kind of, it was an opportunity that presented itself and we're like, let's just roll with it and see what we can do. But now, again, it's another stream of revenue that I think could really do well in this area. It's not necessarily a market that's really doing anything. Like I would say like Geek Squad with Best Buy would be the only other company that is doing anything like that in this area. But it's something I like to do. I've got my Bane Tech YouTube channel that I've done smart home review stuff, you know, throughout some of the videos that I've done. But I get Amazon sellers like reaching out to me on a regular basis trying to get me to review smart home stuff anyway. So it's always, I guess, been since all the smart home stuff has come out, it's just been part of the Bane Tech stuff anyways. And then Caleb, he was already contemplating starting a business like that anyway. So again, it's like it's one of those opportunities. It's like, let's try to roll with it and see how we can make this happen. But all that to say is like now I've got quite a few different streams of revenue that could, and I didn't even mention all this stuff. It's like I mentioned YouTube. Like I get a monthly check from YouTube, plus affiliate linking kind of stuff.
Ad revenue.
So it's not like these huge money makers, but at the same time, like, you know, a few $100 a month from YouTube type earnings kind of stuff helps out a lot. Combination with affiliate marketing and whatever. If I could get myself positioned well, I could do better on the YouTube platform. But, you know, I'm still making a few $100 a month just from that kind of stuff. And everything takes work. It doesn't just fall in your lap, but there's definitely ways that you can make those multiple streams of revenue. So that way, when something weird happens, we just got a new order today that starting tomorrow, everybody's going to be required to wear a mask. And, that's going to affect the way some businesses have to operate. I know, back when just on my Evergreen side, like I make a lot of my money from like weddings and events and coverage and stuff like that. So once those first orders went out back in April, everything shutting down, that, affected our business pretty well. So we had to come up with some different ways to make some money, to be creative in how we earn money. If we were just one track, we'd be done. I wouldn't even be talking to you right now. I'd be probably working somewhere else.
Yeah.
Because you just got to get creative. Like I like to use Premier Entertainment Group as an example too. It's like, they were dramatically impacted by the entertainment industry because of all this concerts, events, and all that kind of stuff getting shut down, weddings. So they had to get creative and offer some different services, and they got to snag up some deals with schools doing graduations and things like that. So, it really does benefit you to be open-minded, to be creative. If you need to sit down like with us or something, like I love casting kites in a way. It's like I don't want to do that right now, physically, but
that's why we're not outside today.
But I love casting dreams, casting ideas, and getting creative ideas going and stuff like that. So if you need ideas of how to open up some other different ways to make money, whether it's online, different services. We were just talking about another way that we could potentially make money with this particular podcast, the Dothan Biz Talk show. So it's just, again, sometimes things work out quicker than others, but you got to put the effort in there to get that kind of stuff done. But we would love to talk with you if you have maybe an idea, but you need some push or need some other kind of efforts to try to get into that.
One of the so we're looking into if you've done the online game. I remember back in the day when YouTube first started, and those ads pop up at the bottom of the screen. People be like, "Oh, you're a sellout! You're a sellout!" Mm-hmm. You gotta understand how this game works. You go out there, and a good, effect that can happen is if you're out there, you're making the content, you're producing videos, you're out there making content. Eventually, two things can possibly happen, not three. Someone might reach out to you to sponsor them. You'll probably end up making money off ad revenue. That's how YouTube primarily works, ad revenue money. Or you can have affiliate links that sell products. Like when you see a lot of content creators on YouTube, they're saying, "Oh, I use this camera, that camera." We've heard Bane say it. Click my affiliate link to buy what I'm using, to buy myself, buy my gear. We both made a little bit. You made a little bit of money off that as well. So this is fun for businesses. You never know what might happen. Right. Someone might reach out to you, be like, "Hey, we love we see a following. We'll pay you X amount of money to give us a shout out or something."
And so, not to interrupt your thought, but if I don't say it, I'll forget it. I get hit up all the time for advice, and I'm more than happy to help. But at times, my time is also valuable. If you're asking for recommendations for gear or software or whatever it is, I still have to take time out of my day to give that advice. And so if there's a way, I'm going to send you affiliate links. Here's this link to do this or get that. And it's just one. I'm not sitting there just trying to make money off of you. It's just that my time is valuable, and I still need to make money. But that's another stream of revenue to where
nothing personal is business.
Yeah, and it's if I'm going to take the time to do that. I think it's fair to try to make a few bucks. This affiliate links, unless if it's just a huge dollar amount, it's a very small percentage. It's not this huge astronomical amount, but anything helps. And like I said, I'm more than happy to help people. I've contemplated about start sending people bills for all the questions that they ask, but I don't want to be like that. But at the same time, it's another way that I can make money is to use them as affiliate links.
As a business owner, you have to look at the untapped potential resources that are not possibly that are there. Yeah. They exist, and there's a way to make money off of this type of stuff. And it's a good little outcome that is happening now. Some YouTubers here in town, they make several grand off their channels plus sponsorships and whatnot. There's a girl, I told you that TikTok girl, so I want to reach out to her. She makes a good chunk of change off of her TikTok. People pay her to make dance routines to their songs, literally. It's a good little thing. And if you're a parent watching this and you have a young kid, it's a real job.
So, with that said, I do want to talk about something with you, Olivia. So come here for a second. Pull up your chair. We'll see if we can squeeze it in. Because, let's see if we can speed over a little bit. So part of this brief moments of interruption, let me back the camera up and then we'll get a wider angle. All right. So, Olivia, she's got an entrepreneur spirit as well. You've actually tried to do multiple streams of revenue because you want to do lemonade stands. She does her own podcast. She records and edits on her phone. So it's like, talk about some of the different ideas that you've had. And speak up so everybody can hear you. So your podcast, talk about your podcast.
It's called The Devo Girls, and we talk about stuff in the Bible, and we do.
It's okay. Take your time. What I want to encourage people to do is, like, you're how old, right?
10.
10. And so she's using just her phone to create a podcast. And the podcast is recorded on the phone, it's edited on the phone, and published on the phone. And so...
That's impressive.
Yeah. And
I'm a little jealous, not gonna lie.
Obviously props to Olivia because she's really just kind of taken it and done really well with it.
On her own, was this your idea?
She wanted to start it, and I kind of got her the tools to do it. I showed her a couple times of how to do the edits, and then she just kind of rock and rolled with it. But to that point, is like, I know kids these days are a lot more tech savvy than even I was when I was a kid.
That's
at that
true.
age.
I was taking apart toasters.
It's like 10 years old. What was I doing? I can't remember. But the point is that there's tools out there that even a kid can take, and she's designed herself a business model. A podcast can be treated as a business, just like you were saying, and like there's ad spaces that you can do, and those are different ad spaces that you can have people come in and do that kind of stuff with. We use the Anchor platform, and there's actually built-in ad space that they can provide as well. So again, another way to make some income. But she's thought about selling lemonade. What's the most recent thing that you've been working on?
Selling seashells.
Selling seashells. Seashells, and then what's the frames?
I've been pressing flowers.
So,
and putting them in frames.
in case you can't hear it, because I know she's soft spoken, we got
rain
going on right now too. But she's also developed an idea to press flowers, dry them out, put them in frames, and she wants to sell those too. So it's like she's got all these ideas and things like that. So it's just finding people that can help get that going. And I'm going to do my best, and Kristen, she's going to do her best to try to set her up for success. And like that's our heart too. Is like when we're talking with these podcast kind of points, is that we're able to provide different ways for you to make money, to grow your business, to just help others out and things like that. So that's where our heart is. Like our destination is to help our clients out, but we're going to try to use different forms and platforms to do that. But at the same time, like we're going to try to find different ways that we can make an income, so that way we can just
have a steady flow of income. And content creation is one of those important things, and doing it, it's like I said, don't feel like you're a sellout. So anyone says stuff, it's because they're not making money and you're the one that is type of deal. Getting the sponsorship deals. I too have been reached out by Amazon sellers to be, hey, buy my product, I'll refund you for free, leave me a review.
Which don't do that.
You're not supposed to do that.
So it's a pet peeve of mine, put it that way. Because like,
but
rabbit trail for a second. Like if you're an Amazon seller or if you get an offer from an Amazon seller, like stand your ground. I know it's awesome to try to get something free, but there's no way that I should put my own money, even if they're going to refund it, to that. They can send it to you directly, or they can send you funds via PayPal or whatever, so you can purchase that at no cost to you whatsoever at any point. Like it should never. Don't
Yes,
like they need to stop that. That can be a whole different topic for another time if we want to, but that's something that needs to stop, and is taking advantage of stuff. And their intent is to get more traction on their product and get that verified purchase kind of stuff. So that's their intention. So you can still make that happen, but don't put your money first and then get refunded. One, you don't know these people at all.
Yeah.
And there's no contract or anything like that you could spend the money and then nothing ever happened. They tell you that you can just do the refund on Amazon or something like that, but just don't do that. Just learn. This is just from my experience and stuff like that too. But if you are trying to do reviews and all that kind of stuff, technically, yes, it's great to get free stuff, but don't pigeonhole yourself into that kind of thing. Because we, as reviewers, we need to
be honest.
Change that's besides the point. The point I'm trying to say is that they are getting away with such cheap advertising, because that's what it is. It's advertising. Reviews are still ads in a sense, and so whether it's your honest opinion or not, it's still an ad. As far as like the revenue side goes, so they need to be paying for it. Like if a company comes to me wanting to create a video for their product, what would I normally charge? Like it's the same way for reviews. Like you should actually be charging them to do that kind of stuff. So we need to, as reviewers, we need to change the culture with that, and not just keep on getting all this free stuff.
With that being said, look at your business and see what you use in your business, and chances are that name brand product probably has an affiliate link that you can use in your business to make some more money.
Right.
If you're doing a QuickBook tutorials type of deal, QuickBook will probably give you an affiliate link or pay you something
most
to
companies
traffic
have some sort of especially
nowadays.
brands,
Nowadays, most companies have affiliate links, or they'll pay you something to mention their name, or this video was sponsored by so and so. I watch True Facts, the Nature True Facts, and just recently. He'll have his videos. Obviously, he has enough followers to get the standard YouTube video, but in his video, he has integrated an ad, and I'm all for supporting him. In his YouTube comments, he's getting some hate. People are like, "Oh, you're a sellout, sneaking this ad." Habit. No, this is a business. This podcast,
it's work.
Giving you guys free tips and tricks we love. There is a limited charity, but at the same time, it's a business. It is what it is. So
it's your time. Like you're spending your time on that. And just like I was saying, back to the point of like if a company was to approach me to do a video ad for them, create a video for them, like depending on how extravagant it is, like it could be $1,000 or more. And so like if you're just doing this work for free, like that's you're doing yourself a disservice for doing that.
And I have purchased stuff off those ads. I listened to a certain podcast, and one of my program writing programs I use to write coding for my clients, I ended up buying and subscribing to it, and through an affiliate link.
Right.
So this stuff works.
Yeah, and I'd be happy to set up an appointment. I don't mind doing consultation kind of stuff, but like if you want to really be serious about setting up affiliate links and how you can get that going, reach out to me. I'll be happy to help. It probably will be a charge to do that, a consulting fee of some sort. Because, like I said, my time has some value, and I have to get stuff done. But it'll be a good
topic.
Like if you're serious about it, it's a good investment, and I can get you going on the right track to get that going.
Speaking of which, we're going to mention sponsorship for us.
We can. We got. It's nothing official yet, but we are working on to have ad space into this podcast. There's going to be different levels of that. We can verbally say something. We can do that plus comments plus descriptions, and if we want to get it to like our premium tier, we'll actually set up a formal podcast type station to where I can add graphics onto the screen and things like that. We just have to use a different camera and software setup, but let us know if you're interested in that kind of stuff. Again, we could do verbal. We can put comments and also images into the description or comment section. But if you want graphics or even a video display of some sort onto the screen as part of the podcast of what people would see, that is an option. Just let us know, and we'll be happy to talk to you about that.
So if you want to sponsor the hashtag Dothan Biz Talk, feel free to reach out to one of us.
Yep. Sounds good.
If you're our first sponsor, it might be cheap because we're trying to figure this out.
Like get going fee or whatever.
The get going fee, there we go.
All right. Thanks, Olivia, for proving that anybody can do this.
Okay.
And you're doing a good job, so I'm proud of you. Keep it up. So, what's the name of your podcast again in case some kids want to listen?
Devo Gals.
Devo Gals. And it's you and your friend Taya that do the podcast.
Where can they find it on what? Apple,
It's
Spotify Music, kind of hard.
Spotify is probably the easiest one to get to at the moment.
And Apple Music.
Is it on Apple now too? Good. Using Anchor pushes out the podcast to different platforms, but sometimes other platforms are slower than the others. And you've got 3 or so episodes? 2 episodes. So you got to get recording some more.
Yeah, I just gotta see Taya again.
But the cool thing about Anchor is you could do a phone call and it records the phone call, and that could be the way that you could do it too. So yeah, anyways, we can get you hooked up for all kinds of ways to get some revenue going. Again, Dothan Biz Talk, hashtag Dothan Biz Talk. More announcements to come with more definites once we get to it. But yeah, have a good week.
Bye.
See you later.